So this review for herrholkin, who is black. First few moves are normal, and now white plays away from the corner. So usually whoever gets center first and gets the opportunity to get the follow-up here first will have a good result. That's desirable. And like this, it's okay to respond to this move, right? And now white plays something weird, because usually one of the follow-ups here for white would be, any of these moves that I've marked. This is really a very vague move, right? This one's influenced towards the top, but the top is very open, and black even has a stone here in the corner, so there's really no real point to this move, and now is your chance to take any of these moves away. And this is kind of taking the white invasion and attack away, but you can do slightly better, because if you play like this or like this, the invasion here becomes a lot less attractive. If you just go like this, then this is still an option for later when white has more support around. And these stones are fine, the corner is fine, this would be the time. But the general direction is okay. You could also just think of getting this double approach in, which is just very nice to get. So white does again something weird, and you take just points. That's great, excellent. This is obviously very good for black. And now white has this super weird shape on the top, even feels the need to play k17, and this can still be undercut later or easily reduced. So this is great for black, and now you can get the double approach in. But taking the corner isn't wrong. Yeah, that's a good opening move. And white plays this continuation. And unless there's something super urgent, you can really just continue here. And it usually goes like, this is Joseki, yeah. And now you can either cut if, for example, you already had a stone here and something happened, and then would be a good time to cut here. But right now you can just secure your corner, and if white got this move, it would be very big, because it could be potentially a coal like this, or really you could just be very tiny and closed, and now you would definitely have to play another time to live here. So yeah, just when white continues like this, get your corner, and white will have to finish this up, or like this. And that's good enough for you. You have center, you can get the next approach and already reduce this influence. Instead you played here, and this is again, the double approach here is much better, and this is a strong wall on the left side, so you don't want to get too close to that, right? If you, for example, if you play like this, you invite white to fix the problems and push you towards where they are strong. So the idea to play on the bottom is right, but you should really get the double approach in. So white plays from the wrong direction, and this move again is correct in a sense, because you want to get a base here if you can. That's perfectly right, but you can get much closer to white and put more pressure on white. This is simply slightly better, but the general idea of this move is correct. And now you try to immediately jump into the corner, but if you just enclose white, then this is already a fantastic result. I mean, even if white doesn't need another move in the corner to live, you have magnificent influence here. If I was white, I would be very unhappy. So this happens. It's not the right time, but okay. And you make some mistakes here. I mean, obviously this shouldn't really work, but then you make a follow-up mistake, which is what was it? Here, right. If you play like this, now after white made themselves a mistake, you can go into the corner and take away all of the eye space. So that would be obviously fantastic for you. So even though it shouldn't have worked, you actually could have gotten a good result. Instead, this happens, and now all of these moves that you had surrounding this single white stone that never got to play a response, you had a 4 against 1 situation, and now suddenly white is live in the corner, white is out. This is really a complete disaster. Yeah, your opening has been nullified. And yeah, this move isn't exactly necessary, but okay. And here the follow-up is you really need to learn this Joseki. When after this approach you play here, then you either can go deeper into the corner and white will settle, or get a solid shape and white will settle. So when this happens, with this you really help white get stronger. You see how white has now the corner securely, and you are getting hit at the top of 2 stones. So yeah, should really play here and either do this or go in. And now you, yeah, unfortunately, white already has a very, very big advantage, and what you're trying now to do to invade the top is actually the right idea, I think, because it's a large area and there were good spots to reduce, but going about it like this unfortunately isn't quite right, because as you can see, you are fighting at a severe disadvantage. Your shape here is very bad. White is alive in the corner. These stones need to get out. You can't even respond to the Atari because your shape would be very bad. So it's understandable that you played here. And yeah, this is just very painful. And yeah, you just try anything to reduce this. And white gives you actually a chance, because you went down and basically forced this move, right? But when you play here, you also force white to play there, because if white plays anywhere else, then you can just drop down and capture your stones. So the good move here is to connect, and white will probably change this, and then you can get out and have much better shape here. So this happens, and yeah, this is not a good fight for black. And now what you see here is you have a broken shape, and you struggle to play for 2 groups at once, but white only has to take care of this 1 group. So that's a telltale sign that something went very wrong here. So starting this fight unfortunately wasn't the right thing to do, because this is the top group is weak, and white is fine here with all his other stones. So yeah, very unhappy. Yeah, as I said, this group is in trouble. And now you go back to live here, which you needed to do, yes. And you can just play here, because this is now protected, and the stone can be captured next. And white plays some interesting stuff in the corner. Yeah, but white is alive. So now you play... Right, white is very strong here. We have all of this influence here, so any white stone that, for example, just jumps right in here has support close by. So in this situation, you really want to play a solid move, something that can't be easily cut. Still follow this up, you know. Instead, you play yet another broken shape. You see, this is just like a small knight. Imagine white plays here, then of course you would connect your stones, right? And keep your shape working properly. You wouldn't just play away and let white play push through. That would be a horrible result, and this is a broken shape. This is the broken small knight. And generally, if your idea is to play a move that leads to a broken shape, then it's the wrong idea. Yeah, I've seen one game of Iyama Yuta in a title match, and he forced his opponent to play a move like that. So unless you're a 9-down professional, I really don't recommend ever playing a broken shape like this. It's the wrong idea. And yeah, that's pretty much it. White has a really big advantage, and you're just trying some stuff, which is fine, but none of it goes anywhere. So yeah, that's it for the game. You had some right ideas with the direction, but the corner really turned the game into a disaster for black, because it negated all of these moves you played on the bottom and on the right. And yeah, unfortunately you weren't able to recover.